outside feels gray and slow. Got that screen fatigue, nowhere to go. Scrolling feeds the same old view, wishing for something fresh and new. Then a ping, a welcome sight. Rocket Wolf's going live tonight. Click the link, the channel loads. Time to share the daily loads. Oh, Rocket Wolf on the stream so bright, chasing shadows, bringing the light. With pixels flashing and a voice so clear, banishing boredom, calm and fear. He delights and lifts us high, with wisdom shared beneath the digital sky. Entertaining, full of cheer. So glad to have a Rocket Wolf here. Maybe gameplay sharp and fast, or just a chat that's built to last. He reads the comments, sees the names, ignites community flames. If someone's down or feeling lost, he counts the gain, ignores the cost, shares a story kind and true, words of wisdom shining through. Oh, Rocket Wolf on the stream so bright, chasing shadows, bringing the light. With pixels flashing and a voice so clear, banishing boredom, calming fear. He delights and lifts us high, with wisdom shared beneath the digital sky. Entertaining, full of cheer. So glad to have a Rocket Wolf here. It's more than just watching a screen unfold. It's finding courage, brave and bold. He builds a space where folks connect, showing kindness and respect. Turns a dull night into fun, inspiring viewers one by one. With every stream he plays his part, putting encouragement in every heart. Oh, Rocket Wolf on the stream so bright, chasing shadows, bringing the light. With pixels flashing and a voice so clear, banishing boredom, calming fear. He delights and lifts us high, with wisdom shared beneath the digital sky. Entertaining, full of cheer. So glad to have a Rocket Wolf here. So tune on in, don't delay. Let Rocket Wolf brighten up your day. Yeah, Rocket Wolf, keep shining on. Stream until the break of dawn, or whenever you sign on. Woo! Woo! The world outside feels gray and slow. Got that screen fatigue, nowhere to go. Scrolling feeds the same old view, wishing for something fresh and new. Then a ping, a welcome sight. Rocket Wolf's going live tonight. Click the link, the channel loads. Time to share the daily loads. Oh, Rocket Wolf on the stream so bright, chasing shadows, bringing the light. With pixels flashing and a voice so clear, banishing boredom, calm and fear. He delights and lifts us high, with wisdom shared beneath the digital sky. Entertaining, full of cheer. So glad to have a Rocket Wolf here. Maybe gameplay sharp and fast, or just a chat that's built to last. shadows bringing the light, with pixels flashing and a voice so clear, banishing boredom, calming fear. He delights and lifts us high, with wisdom shared beneath the digital sky, entertaining, full of cheer. So glad to have a Rocket Wolf here.
And a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good time zone, wherever you're at in the world. We are live here in the Rock Wolf Studios in far north Queensland, Australia, the island continent. Hope everyone is doing well. It is a Revenge of the 6th here in Australia. Still a Cinco de Mayo in the UK, Europe, and Africa, as well as in the USA, Canada, and Mexico. And good morning to Secretary. Thank you very much for the redeem. And good morning, Mass Bandit. Thank you very much for your redeem.
Good morning, Rocket.
And... oh, you don't exist today, Bandit. All right, let's see if Spectre is here with us today, shall we? Huh. Well, how about that? What's going on there?
So you can't hear me, or
No, the shout out
whoops, I
wasn't
don't
working.
exist?
The shout out said you didn't
Oh.
exist. It
Oh.
found you.
Thanks for the shout out.
Oh, you're certainly welcome. Boy, we're a little later than my scheduled appearance on stream live today, but there's the sunrise. Crazy bright in our eyes. And let's take a look at what our weather is saying. It is a balmy 64 degrees. How lovely is that? Oh my gosh, I couldn't
Sounds
ask for much
absolutely
better.
gorgeous.
Yeah, indeed. Holy moly. That is so awesome. Let's see, is there any weather in the area? Oh yeah, there's a little bit off the coast. Won't reach us. So basically, that is the Great Barrier Reef right there. And all of the weather is hanging out all across the Great Barrier Reef, just looming offshore, just slightly. How cool is that to be able to live right next to one of the 7 wonders of the world?
That's pretty amazing.
I think so too.
I've always
right.
wanted to learn how to dive and then go visit the Great Barrier Reef.
And oh my God, the water is so incredibly clear and awesome. Man, if you like snorkeling or just like diving at all, man, there are thousands of areas all around the Great Barrier Reef that are just incredibly amazing. Oh, got the Java going. Oh, all right, right. So we got some news this morning. So just reading a little bit on about Microsoft Edge. Of course, most everybody's on Windows 11, but Microsoft Edge is the browser by default in Windows 11. And was just reading about this researcher over in Norway from the Palo Alto Networks of Norway at a company called Big Bite of Tech. And a researcher by the name of Living Off the Land uncovered an issue with Microsoft Edge. He or she systematically tested every single major Chromium-based browser for credential memory handling behavior. And that person discovered Edge was the only browser that exhibited the behavior he discovered, or they discovered, loading the entire password vault into plain text process memory at startup and retaining it
Oh
for
my
the
God.
duration of the session. So this is going to blow you away. What I found, what I read here. The contrast with Google Chrome is pretty stark. Chrome implements on-demand decryption, meaning credentials are only decrypted at the moment they are needed during autofill or when a user explicitly views a saved password. Chromium-based browsers further harden this behavior with app-bound encryption, which cryptographically binds decryption keys to an authenticated Chrome process, preventing other processes from using those keys to access credentials. That's great. Edge, on the other hand, offers none of these protections from the moment the browser opens. Every saved credential across every site in the user's vault sits in plain text in the browser's process memory. This creates a persistent, wide surface extraction target for any attacker who can read the process memory. What makes the finding particularly contradictory is Edge's own UI behavior. The browser still prompts users for re-authentication before revealing passwords in the password manager interface, yet the browser process already holds all those credentials in plain text, completely accessible to anyone who can query the process memory. The re-authentication gate, therefore, provides only the illusion of access control, offering no actual protection against memory-based credential extraction. The severity escalates significantly in shared or multi-user environments, such as remote desktop or terminal users, people that have multiple users that sign into their computer or whatever, like a family computer. So every user and all their passwords are exposed. Or data centers, that's right, Secretary. So any attacker with administrative privileges on such a system can read the memory of every logged on user process simultaneously. In a published proof of concept video accompanying the disclosure, a compromised administrator account was used to successfully extract stored credentials from 2 other logged on users, including users with disconnected but still active sessions, simply by reading their Edge browser process memory. Most data centers run usually host dozens of VMs. Yes, that's correct, Secretary, which makes that even more of an issue. So here is the mind-blowing reveal. When the researcher responsibly disclosed their finding to Microsoft, the company's official response was that the behavior is by design. Microsoft said it's actually supposed to be that way.
Yeah, I'm glad I've never used Edge. The only
I know,
thing
right?
I ever use Edge for is to download Firefox when I do a new fresh install.
That's right. Secretary hit the nail on the head. Backdoor by design. Good morning, Mr. Hunter. Good evening to you, rather. Yeah, is that crazy or what? So, Hunter, what you just missed is Microsoft, by design, that's their response, in the Edge browser in Windows 11 or even Windows 10, if Edge was, I think Edge was available in Windows 10. By design, your password vault is loaded into memory in plain text so that anybody that hacks into or gains administrative privileges to your session can read all the passwords of every user logged in. And yet, will still ask you when you go to access your credentials for entering information into a website or something like that, will still ask you to re-authenticate, even though the passwords are already all in plain text and exposed. No encryption. Yeah, so Microsoft, said, yeah, that's the way we meant it to be. So there's no fix for it. And there's no upcoming fix for that. That's because they're comfortable with that's exactly the way it's supposed to work. So, happy days, Windows users. Don't use Edge. I mean, you can go ahead and use Edge. Don't enter any passwords. Don't save any passwords.
I know people who use that as their password manager. That's the sad thing.
Yeah, exactly.
They think they're safe.
That's right. So Edge's password manager, no good. Yeah, that's right, Hunter. No reason to use any of Windows stuff, but yeah, definitely not the Edge browser. Oh, what an appropriate song. Hotel California by the Eagles. Yeah, you're Microsoft's prisoner. Everyone's welcome, but nobody can leave. Yep, that's right, Secretary. None of them are 100% secure because eventually they'll all leak or break. I use Bitdefender, or not Bitdefender, I use Bitwarden. But I also have a 196-bit encrypted vault lock. So I use dice keys to generate a password that I believe my password is 96 characters long. And the possible combinations that you can get from the dice key generator is equivalent to the number of molecules in our solar system. So a brute force attack, I think they calculated down a brute force attack processing millions of possible combinations per second would take in the order of 1.5 million years to crack it. Yep. Well, mine's not actually kept on a device. I wonder if I could show you. It's kept on a little tiny USB that I touch with my finger to unlock it. I don't know if you can see that. It's not going to focus. Little tiny USB, and when I'm asked for a password, I tap the top of it with my finger, so it's biometric, and that's what releases the password into the website or bank account or whatever that I'm accessing. Yep. So I've got several of them on these little USB keys, which let me see if they're open here. Yep. So I've also got the carry-along kind that I can take with me. So I put my passwords in a dice key encrypted file on the pass key, and I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it on this. Right at the very top there's that little gold section there. I just plug this into the laptop or the PC or whatever, tap it with my finger, and that's so when the website or the bank account or whatever queries for my login credentials. Then it's transmitted encrypted and then decrypted for the login. Straight from the USB. Yeah, Bitwarden works on everything. Phones, PCs, tablets, whatever you got. So I find that to give me a little bit more security for the time being. But you know, the thing is if you don't have my fingerprint or the ability to touch that with my finger on the top, there's no way to log into it. Yep, phishing is becoming AI backed. So I've already seen tons of AI encoded phishing attacks, and yeah, it's getting crazy. Yeah, indeed. So, you know, this is really sad. Mr. Major Tom, thank you very much for the support, mate. 3-stream streak. Hope you're doing well today. Ran into a thing here in Australia. I went to my property manager to lodge I actually called them to lodge a maintenance request. I've got a ceiling fan switch that's got 3 speeds on it. Speed 1 works, speed 2 doesn't work, speed 3 works. So the one in the middle doesn't work. And it's a minor issue. Because I have it on high speed all the time anyway. So I called it in and says, hey, I need somebody to come out and change out the wall switch because speed 2's not working and blah, blah, blah. They said, oh, let me send you a link to do a maintenance request. So she sent me a link. I popped into email. I opened up the link to log into and create an account on a third-party app called Tappy, T-A-P-I, in order to lodge my maintenance request. And so before I did anything, and I didn't do anything after all, went through all the terms and conditions before going in, and very specifically it said in their terms and conditions that Tappy is not responsible for any of your personal information and credentials, which says if those are hacked or stolen, they don't care and they're not responsible. Which tells me they're also not diligent in protecting your personal information. So I'm not going to create an account on a third-party app to lodge a maintenance request when they can simply, over the phone, take my name and my address and start a maintenance request. Give me a break. Exactly, or even sold. That's right. Sold or stolen or, you know, easily hacked into. Here in Australia, they have absolutely no concern whether somebody who creates an app or a gateway or a website, they have no concern for security issues, which is why there are millions of incidents in Australia every day of breaches of security and lost, you know, leaked credentials and that kind of thing. Because Australia is one of those people that have this attitude of, she'll be right, until you become a victim. And then they address it after the fact of becoming a victim. Meanwhile, you're already a victim. You've either lost money to a scam or phishing attack. You lost your credentials in a leak or a hacked website, you know, that kind of thing. It's always after the fact. And then, of course, that drags on for a long time. I mean, seriously. I'm not of the type of person that I'm just going to trust scanning a QR code and creating an account or login to somewhere, because that's how hackers proliferate, by this laid back, lackadaisical, don't give a crap about security until someone becomes a victim, and then it's, you know, then it's important, you know. So, no, I'm not doing that. You can either take my maintenance request over the phone, or I can fill out a piece of paper, but I'm not going through electronic processes to upload my personal information to the world and then have it exposed to the world. No, I'm not going to do that. They can go get effed. And I guess I will have a fan switch that will have one position broken until I move out of this place. It's just crazy. During COVID, all of the stores and restaurants around town, you had to stop at the door. There was a sign there. There was a QR code, and you had to sign in by scanning the QR code, which I never did. Any store or restaurant that I went to that had that, it's like, oop, see you later. You lost my business. Because I don't care. I don't need to be tracked where I'm going, right? COVID's here. It's widespread. It doesn't matter how it got here or how many people are infected by it. It's here, and the main focus is an antidote. I mean, vaccination, right? Oh, go Hunter, go! Go Hunter, go! Hopefully it's not moist. Hopefully it's just wind blown. No worries, mate. Be safe. Safe travels. So, I never scanned any of those. And I told many places that wanted that. I said, I'm not scanning that and signing in and blah, blah, blah. Well, you can't come in and let's do it. I said, well, I'm not going. See you later. I'm not exposing myself to the world of hackers. And wouldn't you know, a year into COVID, 9 out of those 10 places had all those databases hacked. Mixed with rain. Oh my God. Just slightly above freezing.
Be careful, Hunter.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. We don't, yeah, because, black ice. That could turn into black ice and nothing flat. Besides tracking, there's a lot more and more hacking QR codes now. Yeah, exactly, Saku. Yep. You could be giving someone authorization to your bank apps on the phone. Exactly. You know what? And I'm a bitter old, curmudgeon. It's when people say, "Well, don't you have a smartphone?" I said, "Yeah, but smartphones are dumber than you are. I use mine to talk to people on it." That's it. I don't have Facebook. I don't have Tinder. I don't have Pinterest. I don't have Twitter. I don't have any of those. Actually, I do have Twitter accounts. I don't use them. But when I pick up my phone, I'm actually talking to a person. I don't use it for all that other crap. Except for one thing. Tapping to pay for something through my Samsung or Google Wallet. That's the only time I use it. Oh, that looks nice out there. Anyway, let's get off of this silly chat screen and go right down to our scene of the day, which is our game scene.
Surgeon today.
Did you? I hope that went well.
I'm catheter free.
Yay! Oops, way to go, Rocket. Boy, I bet you're happy about that, hey?
Oh, I am happy.
Well, that's a good thing. Moving up, moving out, getting better and better. Back to normal life. On the road again. What else was there? There was something else in the news that, oh, yeah. Interestingly enough, everybody remembers the Apollo missions. Apollo 8, Apollo 9, 10, 11, 12, whatever, 13, all the way up to 17, I believe it was. Apollo missions included, Apollo rockets included an orbiter and a lander. And the lander was actually in two pieces. So the orbiter was launched toward the moon, which carried the lander. And the lander is two pieces, which would separate when they were done with missions on the moon. Astronauts would climb back in, and it had an ascent stage that went back up to the orbiter. To return home. So once the astronauts climbed out of the ascent stage of the lander back into the orbiting module to return home, they would jettison the ascent stage of the lander because they didn't want to bring it with them. Believe it or not, Apollo 11 was the only mission that released the jettisoned the ascent stage into a stable orbit around the moon, and is still 51 years later orbiting the moon, where all the others were either jettisoned out into space or jettisoned into an orbit that deorbited and crashed into the surface of the moon. And of course, using earthbound high-power telescopes, every one of the crash sites can be seen where they made a splash into the lunar surface. Made their own little mini crater. Mr. Tibbs, how are you doing, mate? Hope you're doing well. Oh, come on now. Stop it. Happy Revenge of the 6th? Yeah, we're all good in the Down Under hood, mate. I'm really enjoying these new little tools. So when you press U in Foundry, you get all these little icons that show up on the machines. And what's really neat about these is I can change the direction of my view. Watch the icons change. Oh, look, now they're all up, right side up again. And I can turn around, bloop, and they change again. They're all upright. So no matter what angle you look at these from, they're always upright, and you can tell exactly what they are. You don't have to look at them upside down. So they're on the top as well as on the front of the machines or sides of the machines. So 5 sides. I'm sure there's not one on the bottom side. But these are really handy because you can look at these from at a glance, and you can see exactly what's going on. Well, not exactly, but you get a hint from a distance as to what's going on with your machines. Yeah, it's getting better too. And see, as you can see, we got 6 or 8 red ones here. So at a glance, we may not know what they are. But when we get closer, we realize, oh, these are the miners, and they're red because there's no more Technomore in here. So how cool is that? So not only does the icon turn red, but the machine turns red. That is so cool. And then now, of course, Mr. Tibbs, you know, we have trains! Trains rock. We got trains. Yeah, that could be a panic. I'm not worried about it. Those were all we've got so many mines for Technum ore going. I actually need to rebuild a bunch of these unnecessary belts, but there's our trains, Mr. Tibbs. Woohoo! How cool is that?
Guten Abend, Tibbs.
All right, so let's take a look at our main bus, belt bus. So we got Technomore just sitting here in the belt. We got Xenoferrite just sitting here. We've got plenty of the stuffs. It's just everywhere. But we're going to get rid of all these main belts that are just strewn across the map. And we're going to eliminate them and replace them with trains hauling ore. Because one of the great side benefits of these trains is just like with the cargo pads, which are too massively big. But trains don't have a power requirement. So you can lay track and put down your train stations and loading docks, and there's no power requirement for them. So you can literally put them everywhere and replace your cargo ships. So, as far as Technum goes, I have not seen them.
That second Tim Tam.
What's that?
Shouldn't have eaten that second Tim Tam. One should have been enough.
Uh-oh. Yeah, but they taste so good.
They do.
Yeah. Not that I'm aware of, Secretary, so there's no actual connection to foundations. They do kind of clip foundations a little bit, but there's no physical connection to them because there's no power requirement. There's no code for them to conduct power either. They're just simply, you know, whether they're on the ground or on a foundation, it's just a visual. So these appear to be on the ground, but, you know, no power required for them. They've got little lights on them so you can see them from the side, but, you know. Whee! And it might have to do with the fact they're not electric trains. They've got smoke coming out of them, so they're either steam or fuel powered. Yeah, exactly. Conveyor belts don't conduct power either. So let's take a look at the map real quick. So we've got a few so the red dots are train stations. And they're named, of course. Which you can see, which I like better than Star Rupture, because you can't hover over or click on a core and see the name of it or see whether it's been upgraded or anything like that. And then, of course, on the map, you can click on the train itself and adjust its schedule. Oops. As well as see it moving, and as well see where the train tracks are. But anyway, so as you can see, our Technum vein has disappeared because it's empty. So we can close up shop on that one. Oop. So as you can see, it was just supplementing this one right here. So even though that dried up, this process is still getting Technum ore fed by the main line, which didn't affect anything. There's no gaps in it. Technum ore is still going into this cargo ship, and it's fed by, yeah, it's full up. I don't actually know why I have these locked. But anyway, going to the cargo ship, which is delivering it over to the blast furnace, which is on that side. I don't know why I had those slots blocked off. That might have got copied over from another one, actually. Yeah. Plenty of xenoferrite, plenty of technomore, and we'll continue to add more by trains now rather than by cargo. So we can go ahead and disassemble these rudimentary mining operations here. Oh, let's go right there. Yep. I'm not sure why this says foundation out here. I don't think we're connecting power. Maybe we are, yeah. Yep. Well, that one used to have a pump on it, but yeah, it's got power. So we'll leave that connected for power purposes. We could probably just drag this. Nope, wrong one. Tab to the right bar. Go get 'em, boys. There. Yep, that's all connected. Now we can remove all of this. And we still got a direct connection for power. Perfect. Okay, now, bus line. Zoom. Well, first we'll tackle the one that's furthest away, which is going to be either Xeno or... That's where the Xeno's coming from. Xeno's coming from here. Technum's coming from here. So actually, these two are basically the same distance coming down this very long belt. So we've got so much product sitting on the belt that we'd much rather have inside machines. Oh, is this an underground? It is indeed an underground. Yep, all right, so we'll leave that one go. I like it. Great question. Do you love me? Will you love me forever? I gotta go now. Let me sleep on it. I'll get back to you. Okay, zigzagging down to here. All right, there's quite a bit down here, but I think I'd like an elevator down here to bring it to the surface and then put it on a train. So let's do this. All right, if we put some platform in here, oh, are we, yeah, we're getting... Wow. Seriously, botted the Spectre? Seriously? Alright, so what we'll do is we'll just set up a connection. We don't want to be too close because might have... I don't even know if these are tier 1 or tier 2 miners. I think they're tier 2. Yeah. I think these guys are stuck. No, I guess not. We'll excavate out enough room. Probably didn't mean to do that. I don't want to block off the ore, access to the ore. So we just want enough for a power connection. And then, that's good enough. Then we'll just put an elevator in here. That's good enough. Yeah, that's good enough. So we'll be able to bring the belts over here. Powered floor, yes. Intake. Intake. And then we'll be able to just turn these. Or reverse their direction. And put them in over here. So this one will have belts coming in from this direction. Like that. This one, the belts will take a mighty turn. Actually, they don't have to turn. They can just come out this way and go there. Perfect. And the top of the elevator right here. Very nice. Alright, we're facing west, which is going that way, which then goes back to the base. That way. And what I think I'm going to do with the trains, it's just so I'm just kind of entertaining this idea. The base is already set at an elevated platform or an elevated height off the ground. There's plenty of gap underneath the base, and there is some production and mining and stuff going on down below. And we can, of course, build a platform above the base or below the base to bring raw resources in. Ignium, xenoferrite, technum, gravel, sandstone, or whatever it is we're bringing in. I'd like to have a platform just for resources to come in. To feed, well, Xeno and Technum is going to feed blast furnaces. The rest will be ignium to supplement other productions. And then, of course, gravel and sandstone for the concrete and all that. Which, believe it or not, cement, concrete, or gravel and sandstone, all that's all done on the bottom floor anyway. So I think I just made my mind up. We'll have a train station for raw resources underneath the base. What, honey? I'm on stream. Hang on a second. Oy vey. What's going on here? Hang on a second, guys. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yep, Peanut is awake.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Let the challenges commence. All right, what happened to my scene here? Which shrunk down to an impossibly small... Oh, I see. All right, there we go. Sorry. All right. Right. So we'll bring raw resources underneath, kind of like a secret basement or whatever for raw resources. So, let's go ahead and just clear. Let's clear this area. For some foundation. Which can have loaders put on it. Which then we can attach to trains. And then we can put our elevator at the top. Boom, done. Okay. Now, since the base is over in that direction, trains will be coming from over in that direction. We'll just put some loaders on the side here, making sure they're outputs. And we really don't need that many. Okay. And we'll also want this belt to drain, so we don't want it to stagnate and have all of that resource on the belts. Now, Mr. Tibbs, if you wanted to see if you're still here... Oh, you're not here, never mind. Alright, if that is ground level... No. Actually, we will use the level of the base. Level of the base is 134. This side is kind of too close to the mountainside. So I think as far as where this belt comes in, which is... Oh, what broke here? Oh my god, we've got a huge supply of Xeno that's not going anywhere. Xenoferrite ore. Well, it sure didn't hurt anything, did it? It's just a flat-out dead end. Alright, so it's just feeding... It's literally just feeding, yeah. We can literally sideload this. Oh, come on. Stop it. All right, so now both of them feed. It came from there. That's why that was there. Don't like slow drivers? Ah, righto. Oh, ads. Dang it. Okay. Ad break. Let's do an ad break. All right, we'll be right back. Hang in there. Okay, I'm back, but we'll wait for the ad break to officially end. And maybe we'll get some... You know what? Let's get... We're playing a game now that we can most definitely use lurk bait. We haven't played lurk bait. They still haven't... Oh, they did have a critical update. Let's see. Lurk bait had an update. All right, we're back. still a temporary chatbot outage. That's fine. Let's see. Hunter, you've got 5 free casts coming on. So let's see if that works. That did not work. Oh, we gotta connect. We gotta connect because we haven't played it in so long because we were waiting. All right. It says let's try that again. Oh, that's wrong. Try that one. Now that should do 5 times consecutively. Emperor Angelfish. Yep, okay, that's working. Let's see who else is on the list here. I thought I had more than that on the list. But anyway, it's working, so all good. Okay, so an incoming platform seems to be maybe in this area right here. This is the ramp up to you could literally have 2 elevators right here. Elevators, please. Freight elevators. So we need 4 sections of those. These freight elevators are 2560. which is 2 tier 4 belts. Wow. Legendary hero catch. 1,000 gold, Hunter. Wow. Holy moly. Hang on a second. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's still casting for you. Oh, there it goes. You must have had some in the buffer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 casts. Yeah, I think you had 5 in the buffer. I know, if it would be real, that would be crazy. All right, so in order to get 4 tier 4s, we need 4 tier 3s. So we need some hydraulic pistons. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. We'll get 60 hydraulic pistons and 8 CPUs. Hydraulic pistons right here. And CPUs. Whoa, what's going on here? Why is that an input? Oh, because they're stealing it off of this side. Righto. Yep, CPUs. I only need 8. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 3, 4. All right, we're all good. So we'll put the tops up here first. Too bad I got my equipment right in the way there. But let's just see. Nope, it's got room to fit right there. And they just happen to hit the ground perfectly right there. Awesome. Let's see, how much terrain do we have? Yep, that can sit on the ground. We'll put it up one anyway to leave room for some foundation. Blocked by building part. Really? Oh, that's not a building part. It's this thing. No, it's not blocked. Yeah, right there. All right. Perfect. Yay. We got kind of a clear shot right here, coming from that direction. Oh my God, look how far away from the machine I am. I can still press E to view it. That's our steel production. That's a long way away. Let's pick something further away. Let's pick something way down at the end of the production line over there. Wow. Making concrete all the way down over there. Huh. So E looks like anything within your chunk that's visible. Blast furnace? No. Xenoferrite plate production? Yes. Yeah. So any buildings you can see an icon on, you can get a quick hotkey E up close to the panel. How crazy is that? So if there's an icon visible using the U menu, of course, like these crushers right here, crusher, That's a pretty good little QOL. Almost all the way. Yep, there it is. Yeah, so if you know where something's at, and of course you can see it via the icons. If you can see the icons, you can get the control panel with the E button. That's very awesome. This game just gets better and better. Okay, so what I was looking at is if we have a pass-through right here, we just want to make sure we clear the building and clear any belts, which that one's empty. That was coming down from... Oh my god, really? Both of these are empty. That looks like it's probably going to be a launch pad. Oh, it's coming from the scrapper. Right, scrapper is sending gravel or concrete or sandstone or whatever. Xeno and whatnot. This was coming from... All right. Oh, okay, so whenever the maintenance drone goes up and clears land or clears debris or whatnot, it comes into a separator. Yeah. And then sends it out to all four of the different, so it'll be concrete or gravel, Xeno, Technum, and they'll go out to supplement their incomes. Okay, that's fine. That's not a huge thing. So we just want to make sure we clear. We got a lot of ramps that can be replaced with elevators, but it seems like this is a nice clear shot. Let's grab we've got 17 to work with. So let's just make sure we've got at least a clearance of, we'll go 6. Which seems to be about the height of our tallest production building down here. That seems pretty good. How many train tracks we got? Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Train tracks, we got 42, so we probably need to make a few more. Oh, well. We'll do 200. All right. Yep, good. Got rid of the tree. Ten is plenty of clearance for a 7 tall loading dock and a 7 tall. Actually, let's see what this is. There's plenty of clearance on these guys. This is 147. This is 147. How about that? Same level as that one and that one. Or this one anyway, not that one. Okay. Excellent. Oh, look at that. We can do diagonals. It did a curve, but diagonals would be fine also. All right, we can bring this back down to the ground now. Maybe not that low. Actually, it doesn't have to follow this. Yeah, that's better. Yep, that's better. Excellent. Oops. I don't know why I knew that was going to happen. There we go. Oops. Okay. Now that will bring the xenoferrite up. So it'll be somewhere in this area. It will have another elevator coming up, and I'll probably aim it over land here somewhere so we don't have to come up through water. We won't eliminate those belts quite yet. Okay. Oh, hang on. Why is that not connecting? That should be plenty high enough over that belt. Huh. Maybe that stair is just too close. But that's all right. Let's get our... Let's get... I don't remember how many solid objects can load into a train, but let's go ahead and do let's do 2 loading docks. And 2 train stations, 1 here, 1 there, for both of them. All right, 1 here, 1 there for both of those. Now, back at the base, so they can go out anywhere on the map, which is fine. And then bring it back to the base and unload it, which will be fine. And then we're just going to create the drop-off with the loop. How close did I get to these freight stations? Not too bad. Oh, really? The train can't clear that right there. That's all right. We can literally turn that into an elevator. Should be able to. Well, that's kind of blocked. It's coming in this way. Yep, so we can adjust this a little bit. So this is splitting anyway, and an elevator can split a pathway. Let's just do a level 3 elevator, which that should be plenty. Oh, I needed 30. That's fine. All right, top will go there. We'll clear that in just a second. That gravel's like going nowhere also. Really? That's still red. Why? Oh, blocked. Okay, right. Oh, look at that. Yep, that's right. We're going to be removing those. Right. So we are going to remove... And we're going to remove the splitter. And these. And we're going to remove that one to that one. And remove these. And those. Some tasks are just mission impossible on the internet. When companies say they don't like my email from my private domain, but Gmail or Hotmail is fine. What in the world? So... so that means you're using a, an app on your own, PC, something like, you know, Thunderbird or something like that. Hey, Tug, how you doing? Yes, we got trains, mate. So you're using a email client, which is an app from the OS, right? From Windows? Oh, your own domain. All right, so you set up your own domain. Yep, right. Right. Okay, so you've enabled Pop and IMAP on it, right? Maybe it's not really, maybe it's just the protocols that are open on Gmail or Hotmail or Yahoo or, you know, whatever. Maybe it's just those protocols that are open, like... So the company allows... But see, email domains aren't classed by whether they're free or not. They're just classed by their protocol. Yeah. Yeah. So they upgraded something. So you reckon they have a filter? They have a filter that restricts which domains email comes from? and they've reduced it down to a few, like Google, Yahoo, Microsoft, and that's it. And blocked everything else. Yeah, you know what? So that's what I would do. If you're not going to ruffle any feathers, I'd just ring your company and say, hey, do you have domains filtered for logging in? And then ask them why private domain like yours is blocked. Yeah, it's not on your side. No, it's on their side. They filtered domains that are allowed access for login. It's not blocked? Oh, I read that wrong. I read that they don't like that as being they're filtering them or blocking. They're asking for a free email. Well, yours is free. Yours is free email. You don't charge anything for it, right, on your domain? Yeah, I'd ask them why. I'd ask them what kind of filter they have that blocks your domain. Since your domain is probably just as free as Gmail or Yahoo or Hotmail. What if it came from Proton? Proton's free. Is that blocked or is that allowed in? Oh, you're paying for your email client. So they're filtering paid domains versus free domains. I'd ring your company up and say, what's up with that? Yeah, but that's just you, between you and the host, that's all. I mean, you're renting or subscribing to a domain name or a server to host your domain. But that's just between you and them, not the company, not your company and them. I'd ring up your company and say, hey, why is that filtered? Why is that blocked? That's just, I mean, that's crazy stupid. Oh, it's got to do with them. Oh my God. That is crazy.
Oh, excuse me.
Bless you. Saying we don't like your official email. We only accept free. Yeah. No, I understand what you're saying. I thought it was your company that was rejecting it. There we go. That fixed that. Sweet. Okay. That's fixed and out of the way. Now my road track can go boink, just like that. Perfect. And that should allow me to bring it past here. Such as that. And then a loop back. So if we wanted to just make this a nice little platform, let's do this. Yeah, let's do it about that wide. No, get up. There it is. I shouldn't have. Punching something. My mouse went off screen. Huh. I'll wait to see what program I just launched. Is probably underneath somewhere. Oh, let's see. Go back to there. Taskbar. What did I launch? All right, I launched something. I can't see what it is right off the bat. But that's all right. You know, I didn't even look in the tree, Tug. That's a good question. Let's take a peek at that. Oh, I don't know if I'll be able to see how far. Oh, yeah, we can. Somewhere. No. Second tier. So blue dots are all of your initial stuff. Trains are at your second tier. That's not far. Oh, so how far? Yeah, second tier. Yeah, that's not bad. So you can start using those bad boys pretty close, pretty soon on. A lot of the tier 1 stuff is decoration anyway, which you can skip over and get to your tier 2 stuff. So 7, skip over the decorations, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it's in your tier 2. You skip over all the decorations. No power. They're free. Just like cargo ships are free power. You know. They don't consume any power, so they don't even have to be on foundation. You can put them directly on the ground. Yeah. Yeah, it's not like Satisfactory where the rails are powered and there's a power drain for the train speed and whatnot. Yeah, it's free power here. Oh, I need foundation. Up here. Yeah, that's a nice nice little feature of the game. Because trains are like steam or coal powered or anything like that. And fortunately, you don't have to load fuel into trains like what is it, Factorio? You got to put fuel in the trains? Something like that. I don't remember which game specifically it was, but ah, right, Captain of Industry, that's right. Well, okay. I have them on the ground. I suppose we should do that. No, I don't necessarily have to do that. All right, that floor is powered so that my my loaders can be powered. Hang on. Let's do this. Better. That's better. Okay. Now, the loading docks are going to have to be on this side. Ads. Oh, jeez, I didn't even see that warning. All right, let's take a break real quick since we're already in the ad breaks. And we'll be right back. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Little extended break. Had to take care of some things with Peanut, and we're all good. All right, so we're going to put our station on this side.
Back.
Thank you. Also, even though I'm an old fart, there's a pretty cool group out that's been around for a while. I'm not sure exactly how long. Called OK Go. And if you haven't seen one of their videos, they are freaking amazing. Let's put that there. Boy, that is right up against... Let's just move that back a little bit, I think. Train station can be right there, that's fine. We'll put that one there. Like that. Okay. Loading dock. Right there. And this loading dock is going to be an unloading dock. Oh, watch your step, Rocket. And look at that. Oops. Wrong kind. That's liquid. Loading and solids. Much better. All right, and we are going to have another one. Right there.
So have you been able to get to bed earlier and get more sleep lately?
Yeah, I'm getting to bed earlier, but sadly, it's still a struggle to get up on time. Yeah, because for whatever reason, my brain is not getting on board.
Your brain has a habit, and habits are hard to break.
Yep, that's right. I reckon, you know, I'm on the second week. I reckon it won't be too much longer, and then it'll be... my circadian rhythm will change. Okay, this is going to be... we're going to call this... raw resources. Wonder how long the train name can be. Wrong resources, Technum, and Xeno. Wow. Will it take special characters? Yep. Tech and Xeno. How about just raw Tech and Xeno? There we go. Cool. And this is the download or unload. And this is the unload. And we're just going to have to remember that... Do we have a sorter? We do have a sorter. It's probably not going to fit nicely, but I know what we can do. Let's do this. Let's take these out for a minute. Let's take all those out. Let's just use an input there and an input there. And that'll give us 2 belts to work with. One there. One there. Now, we should have a sorter loader. Filter loader, there we go. We should only need one, and I'm going to use a really small buffer box. So I want to use buffer box. That could fill up with 1 item. That could be a problem. Yep, let me rethink that, because bringing 2 different resources into a junction could actually, nope, no power at all, so they won't transfer power. Like I can't, like a separated platform here, I can't connect a track from one to the other and transfer power from that foundation to the other foundation. They don't conduct. There's no power to conduct. Which that would be pretty cool. But they also don't need foundation or platforms either. You can put them right on the ground. You can put them floating in the air. They don't need the foundation. I'm only connecting the foundation right here because my loaders are going to need power. I hate the fact that belts and stuff knock me out of flight mode. All right, so 1 train carrying 2 different resources.
Neighbors' dogs.
Yep, you can hear them, huh?
Yep.
That way you wouldn't have to build other power plants or put a lot of blocks down connecting other factories. Yeah. Yeah, so it's so they've left electricity or power out of the equation altogether. That way you don't have to worry about that. It's kind of like liquid storage tanks. They need a foundation, but they don't need to be connected to power at all. It's weird. Trains don't even need foundation because they don't conduct power at all. All right, this is going to be a little bit of an issue. No, I know how we can. So it'll be a 2-car train. Let's get them built real quick. It's gonna be a two-car train. So one engine and two solids. One will be picking up Xeno, one will be picking up Technum. So all we have to know is which elevator is which. And in this case, I didn't even put a loader on it. One will be Technum. And one will be Xeno. So the closest one is Technum. So the first one will be Technum. And the second one will be Xeno. Now the loading dock won't know the difference. Only what's in the car will get unloaded here. So blue is in front, red is in back. So all we gotta do is remember is blue is the first car, red is the second car. Yep, that's about the size of it, Tug. That's about right. All right, so a train there. A solid there, and a solid there. I don't know why these liquids connect up at the top. I guess that's... I guess that's where the solids... This looks like it would be a pipe for liquid, but... It's a solid. That's all right. Okay, now. That's connected. It just needs a loop back. So what we'll do is we don't need all of this out here. We can actually take the loop back. It's not going to connect automatically. Oh, the freaking belt in the way. That should do it. All right, so we've got a loop back. All right, let's do a quick clear the land in a quick fashion. Yeah, these clear land quickly too, Tug. Hello, buddy. Probably looking for food. Nope, that's not what I want. I want train station. Will it fit in there? Just barely fits in there. All right, so we don't want it on a curve. So we'll bring it back just a little bit. All right, so this is going to be Xeno pickup. Raw Xeno pickup. Box 2. Okay. Because it's red. And then it'll be blue Technum on box 1. So what we will do is we need 2 more. 1, 2. And we'll also need 1 more train station. All right, so the first one is going to go right there. The second one is going to go right there. Boom. So there's nothing to pick up by accident. Meow. Okay. And this is set to load by default. Perfect. All right, that means we can disconnect this. Still won't connect. Why won't that connect? What's in the way? Oh, still. Ta-da! Okay. So these can disconnect. And those belts can drain. And all that can be removed. Actually, yeah, that's going a long way. Oops. That should be fine. No. Okay. Now they're loading on the right-hand side of the track. So we will take our train station. Okay, too much vegetation. That's better. Too much vegetation. That's good. That's fine. That won't interfere too much. And this one will be raw technum. Okay. The stations are set. This one is box number 1. So it can actually go right there. And it is also load by default. Perfect. Okay. Loop complete. Wow, Xeno's empty already. Didn't take long to empty that belt. Yep, she's empty all the way back. So it's time to get this bad boy on the move. So schedule, add a stop. First one up, Xeno pickup. Second one up, Technum pickup. I forgot to name it box 1. I'll rename it in a second. All right. Xeno pickup. Wait until full. Apply. Technum pickup. Wait until full. Or actually, that one's not moving at the moment. Inactive 10 seconds. And apply, and then the last stop will be the home station. Save. Add condition. Wait until empty. Oh. Oh, that's two different cars. One may be empty. That usually doesn't take... Let's change this to wait seconds. Let's change that. It doesn't take long to unload them. We'll put that as wait 10 seconds as also. We'll see how long it takes to unload. That may or may not be... All right, let's see what happens. Off she goes. Let's see if 10 seconds is long enough to... It should be long enough because there's a buffer. The loading station is buffered. Oh, actually, there's nothing in it yet because we didn't switch it over. Yep, and it's out already. Let's switch it over. Meow. Oh, for crying out loud. And turn these bad boys. There we go. Okay, Xeno is now going up via elevator. I'm gonna have a lot of ramps in my inventory when I'm done.
Is there any way to recycle them?
No, that's the sad part. We've got a recycler, but sadly it only recycles ores or complex ores back into their originals. All right, second car, yep, manage inventory. Add that. 66% full. Hey. Hello? Where's it at? Did I break something? Yep, I broke something. What? Oh, I broke the power. That means I deleted a block. Ugh, and there's no telling which one is overlapped. Oh my god. I know, right? Oy vey. That's why I hate bringing power down in stair steps. So this seems like a good spot. Good. Perfect. Power restored. Why is that not? Oh, you know what? Because I didn't because the platform itself is not connected. Power was brought all the way over on these foundations. Power restored. There it is. Train's still here. I thought I had it on a wait for 10 seconds. It's filling up. Three, 6, 3, 6, 9, 10, 16 times 2, 3,200. So it'll hold 3,200. I was pretty sure I had it on a... Let's see how long it takes to fill up. Oh, these guys aren't even up here yet, so we don't have to worry about that one. Okay. So it shouldn't take too long for this to fill up. Doesn't seem like that should be a full belt worth. That should be a full belt worth. Fly, please. Oh my god, seriously. Where is it? Those both have power. Those both have power. All three of those have power. Well, those buggers are slow. 90 a minute? Tier 2 still our highest tier? Yep. Tier 2 is still our highest tier. Oh yeah, this is new. So you can turn those on and off. So when you press U, it puts an icon on 4 sides and actually the top as well. And no matter what direction you look at it in, the icon will change. So that you're looking at a normal icon that looks like this. And in the corner, it's got a little reference that tells you it's a drill or some other type of machine. All right, so we're getting 90 a minute. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We only got 7 times 9. 420 a minute. That's all we're getting. Oh, I'm sorry, 560. No, everything. Well, except for things like belts, you know, and splitters. All the production machines. That's overhanging this a little bit, but they will go in there and get it. Ah. Oh, it's in the wrong spot. No wonder. I didn't do this, by the way. We want an unobstructed view for our little miner bots to get to the goods. I don't even know why these are way out here. All right, 4, 8, and 16. Oh.
I'm still not used to being here when you have 20 minutes left to stream.
I know, right? And we're actually 40 minutes late, but we're going to be about, what I did is I just ran it 2 hours, or 1 hour late. Which is, that's okay. Quite okay. Actually, I don't have to put it over there. I can put it here. I will put it here. Oops. Is it? Ah. All right, there we go. So 4, 8, 12. I don't care that those are backwards. Oh, maybe I should care that those are backwards. All right. 4, 8, 12 times 90. That's 1080 a minute. It's not a full 1280. Hey, why aren't these guys at work? Oops. Broke something. A belt. The belt's not belting. Ah, there it is. Okay, there we go. Now these guys need a belt. Make sure everybody's got a belt. All right, everybody's got a belt. Yay. All right, that fixes that. Get out of here.
Oh, I know what we need to do. I've got a gift sub in the cookie jar that needs to be
Yes, you do.
applied.
Yes, you do. Are you ready for that?
Yep. I noticed yesterday when I went to use your emotes that it didn't let me use them.
Ah, okay, yep. So let's go here. And let's go here. There we go. Dun, dun, dun.
Thank you.
And your free lurk baits came through for some reason.
Gift subscription received.
Oh, you're so welcome for that. Thanks for supporting the stream, spinning the wheel, and all that good stuff. All right, let's get out of this. I think a few of those stacked up bandits, so that might be going for a little while. Not sure exactly.
I had a lot.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought so.
I don't remember how many, but there were a lot.
No. That one. There we go. Okay. Let's take, since we don't need power from these silly stair steps, let's just take all this foundation, because we're greedy like that. Because I'm sure we can use the powered foundation in other places. Instead of using stairs and stuff like that, I like to connect with a straight pole. So I build a foundation pole straight down to where I'm mining at. Instead of spending all the resources on building these because when you connect a stair-stepped foundation, you have to overlap them. So it's always 3 foundation to go down 1 step. So I like to drill straight down and drag a straight column of foundation straight down to the mine site. And there's another way you could do it also, which is build a personal elevator right at the mine site, connect tower or power to your personal elevator, and straight down with a wire, which is way easier. But in this case, power is coming over on a belt which I just connected right here, and I went straight down right there. Mr. Dragon, how are you doing, mate? Yep, that's right, Dragon. The personal elevator. Yep, I'm like you, Secretara. Everything's a single grid of power, so I can see everything at a glance. Super easy. Shopping done, time to chill. Right on, mate. Alright, so. Box is full. Perfect timing. Alright, now let's change the name on this station over here. So we're gonna change this to Box 1. Done. Alright, it's gonna wait 10 seconds to, because there's nothing to load here yet. So. Let's get down here, shall we? Now, this again is going to be another one of those. No good. We don't want to drill up through water. Well, it doesn't matter. It can be water. It can be water. So what we'll do is grab our foundation. And go straight up with it. And where is... the orange one was Xeno. Technum's the blue. Yeah. Oh, ads. Damn. All right, hang in there. We'll be right back right after the ads. All right, I'm back. I just went and did a quick bio break. Got my stretch.
Welcome back.
Thank you, thank you. All right, so apparently power has come over on this belt all the way across. So all we're gonna do see how close I was just eyeballing that. Ha. Off by 1 block. Okay. Since it's not very deep, which is good, we'll just turn this to... Boom. Water gone, power on. Alright. Now we don't have to rely on the stair-stepped power. Don't really want to bring... What is this under here? Oh, clams. Really? What does that turn into? Is that just biomass? Yep. Clams are biomass. Welcome back, everybody. So that's where our mine site is, and it's underwater. I'm not thrilled with that idea. So I think what we'll do is we'll just plop an elevator. Wrong button, rocket. Elevator, elevator. Where are my elevators? Seriously? I need more hydraulic pistons and some CPUs. Yeesh. Thank you, Mr. Hunter. Alright, let's grab some hydraulic pistons. I love the icons. Those are very cool. Oh, by the way, for everybody here that missed it before, if you can see an icon label on a building, you can press E and get its control panel by pointing at it. So all those over there, those yellow machines, we're making science packs out of them. So the distance is just by how far away you can see those icons on the machines. If you can't see an icon, you can't get it. Yeah. So even that row of green machines over there, I can take a look at what's going on. Steam generators producing steam. Yep. So if the building's got a flat icon, you can aim at it, you can see what's going on with that machine. It's a pretty cool thing. And of course, being that's the case, you can take or add whatever you want to it. So if you see a red icon, you don't have to necessarily fly to it to interact with it and add or subtract. And in this case, I need some of those and some CPUs. So CPUs. CPUs are right here. So I'll split that. Put the rest back in. And now I can go back over. In initial EA version, you cannot be more than one block. Yeah. Yep, exactly. So the developers have made some huge quality of life improvements, and I'm loving it. All right, so we're gonna put a freight elevator right here-ish. 1, 2. Actually, that didn't need to be. Oops. 1, 2. That's our level 4. Yeah, we'll take. We'll put that right there. We'll put some foundation around it to keep the water from seeping in.
Vintage Story did their big update with fishing and updates to windmills, and I guess there's supposed to be a water wheel. All that went live.
Really?
Yep, and they re-imaged some of the animals and berries. You can't just chop down the berry bushes with a knife and replant them anymore. That's one of the things that I really dislike.
Right.
I don't
I had.
know if you can prune them when you get to the shears or not. I haven't gotten that far. I didn't go in with an old game. I started a new one.
Hmm.
And there's actually an oil lamp instead of just using a bowl to make a lamp. There's actually an oil lamp that you have to make out of clay.
Oh, right. Okay. That sounds fun.
Most of the changes are interesting, and like I said, I don't like the berry bushes. I don't like that you have to render the fat by cooking it before you can actually oil hides and use them in lamps.
Yeah.
But
Should be used as a solid. Doesn't have to be a liquid to do that.
you know, they did it. Fat will also go bad over time,
Yeah.
which, I mean, it would, so can't argue that too much.
Dang, already at the end of stream. Yeah, Secretary, I know it's, in that direction right there, but I also don't like the fact that this wasn't mined out above because I don't want any normal rock foundation obstructing the bots from getting to the ore itself. This should have been mined out directly above. At least, you know, even if you don't have a clear view for yourself, at least a clear view for the bots to travel, because they'll attempt to go around obstructed blocks. They're not very successful all the time. Yeah, indeed, Dragon. Zombie, it's a good one, ain't it? Yeah, Dragon, if you're, even virtual claustrophobia can affect people. Tunneling and whatnot. Yeah, that can be an issue. Getting underground, getting cavings, you know, and like Tectonica, if there's no wide open spaces underground, yeah, claustrophobia can show up.
So far, I hadn't had any issues with it, and I am very claustrophobic. I have trouble doing elevators.
Really?
Yeah, but so far I haven't had any issues with the game.
That's cool.
I'll take it.
Ah, yeah, the fear of heights thing in Satisfactory. I can't tell you how many times I don't have a fear of heights. I mean, I have a fear of falling without a parachute or a jetpack, you know, that kind of thing. But I don't have the fear of heights itself, so I can go up very high on a tower, or I can go up in a plane and whatnot, look down and whatnot. That doesn't bother me. But if I'm exposed to or have the chance of falling off or falling out of an airplane, then I kind of want a parachute or something, bungee or whatnot. There it is right there. I didn't realize there was an icon on the map, but there it is right there. Oop, right there. All right, let's get the bottom of this elevator in. All right, connected. Now. Wow, I can't believe there's only 1, 2, 3. There's only 4 miners. Oh my God, seriously. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I guess we can leave those there just for now. So we removed some foundation, but we didn't lose our power, which is fine. So we'll take a couple of these, and we really only need one, but you know, we'll do two. No worries, Dragon. Thanks, mate. There's a version of China that has pressure sensing LED displays that show cracks as people walk over it. Oh my god. That's funny. And see, I don't like this foundation all the way up against the ore vein because, yeah, no. There might actually be, see how this one is, an edge that the bots need to get under. Look at how there's foundation blocking all the way down. I don't like that. To me, that's completely unnecessary. Yeah, that's all right. It'll show up eventually. It'll eventually show up. Oops. All right, so let's do this. Let's take... Hello? Stop auto run. I meant to press B. Alright, let's get on the edge of this bad boy. One there, 1, 2, 3, 4. We could actually do 5 on this side, which wouldn't be horrible. No, 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 no. Oh, still muted. Sorry about that. Thank you. Oh, I had a cough or sneeze or something and I forgot to unmute, but anyway, we're at 82, up from our 64-degree start this morning, so we've topped out already. Probably won't get any warmer than that today, but thanks to everybody that came by. I really appreciate it. Also want to extend another warm welcome to our newest community, Mr. Sia Salt, that was in yesterday. Thanks to Mass Bandit for the redeem, Mr. Sakatera for the redeem. And of course, Mass Bandit got another gift sub that she won on the spin of the wheel. Good to see Mr. Zombie's huge support at a 140 stream streak. Mr. Hunter, of course, huge support from him. He is the one that increased our donor bar at the bottom there, helping me pay for the extraordinary costs of Peanuts hardware. Thank you very much for that. Thanks to everybody that came by. Sakatera,
stream.
60 consecutive streams for Sakatera. Yeah, it posted, Zombie. Was it not posting before? Beautiful looking outside. I think we're going to do some homeschooling outside on the patio today. It's beautiful out there. Grab some lunch.
Nice to have that option.
Yeah, grab some lunch, grab some cool drinks, tea and Kool-Aid and all that. Oh, right, Zombie. Close some of those tabs down. That'll help. Get off of those porn sites, mate. Doesn't it look great, Hunter? 82 degrees. Oh, you've only got 2 porn sites open.
Perfect day.
There you go. Well, you know, if we don't go too much warmer today, I'll be fine with that. 72 is my favorite temp, but I can handle 82. I'll take cold and snow also all day long. Sure won't bother me. All right, there's some tools for you guys while I take a peek and see who we can victimize in a raid from our community. No worries. Thanks, Bandit. And 10C. Oh my gosh. I'll take the trades for both of you. I'll take the trades. I'm a winter guy. I was born in Michigan. I was born under 3 feet of snow on December 17th. I'll take the cold. I live there. That's my zone. Yes, indeed. And Toledo in with 49 degrees and a very high humidity and a pretty decent 7-mile-an-hour wind chill. Yeah, Zombie, I'll take it. I'll take anything you guys can give me. I'll take it. I'm all about that. Okay, let's see. Let me get focused here. We want to see who we're going to raid in on. Let's see. Is anybody playing the update 4 of Foundry? I wonder. We got some Project Zomboid, American Truck Sim, Diablo. We got some Soul Mask. That's my weather there. How'd my weather get in there for South Park, Colorado? Oh, hang on a second. No, that is your weather. Holy moly, we're almost the same. South Park, Colorado is 81. Wrong South Park. Parker? South Park. Wrong South Park. All right, let me see who else we got here. We got some Soul Mask, old school RuneScape. El Widow's always heavy on that. Bill Andrews is playing The Last Caretaker. Thunderhawk's playing NTE Newness to Everness. We got some Icarus, some Factorio going on, 7 Days to Die. Then a couple of Microsoft Flight Sims. All right, who haven't we rated in a while? We can't find anybody playing Foundry, but who haven't we rated in a while? We can share some love. Oh, Hunter. Yeah, another Hunter, another Cloud. Another Cloud's playing Project Zomboid. So do you guys have a particular game we want to raid in on, or shall we just raid somebody from our community that we just need to share a little love with? Conrad's playing Icarus. Someone needs to teach that bot that not all cities are in Texas. Is Spectre stuck in Texas? Looks like he's stuck in Parker, Colorado. Oh, there it is. Oh, he was stuck in Parker, Texas, right. All right, Bandit, that sounds good. Let's see. Let's give... let's share some love with Tar Bucket. Yep, we'll share some love with Tar Bucket. All right, guys, that's it from me. And that takes care of our Revenge of the 6th. So we will be back again tomorrow for our May 7th while you guys get into your Revenge of the 6th, May 6th. And yeah, we'll see if we can't start fresh on time tomorrow. So thank you very much, everybody. Always appreciate your support, hugely appreciated. And looks like our scroller's working finally. So we had Psy Assault follow yesterday. Welcome to the community. We had Dragonheart in here today. Don't forget to check him out. Mr. Hunter was here, Mr. Zombie, Miss Bandit, Mr. Secatera, Mr. Tibbs, Mr. Tug, and of course Mass Bandit continued 1 month sub with us. Thank you very much for that. All right then, the raid is loaded up, ready to go. That's it from me, the Rocket Wolf, in the Rocket Wolf Studios. Hanging there for the raids. See ya.